The RealTruck Halo Stubby front bumper for Jeep, JL, and Gladiator. Integrated running lights, winch ready, light bar ready, and short enough to clear the kind of angles you actually came here for. Let's get started. For hardware, you'll have M12, M10, M8, and M6 bolts, washers, and lock nuts, plus M12 and M8 nut plates. Lay everything out, sort it by part number against the eye sheet, and confirm the count before you start. With this many components, you don't want to be hunting for a missing bolt for an hour or two. A few things to know. You'll need a full set of metric wrenches and sockets, 10, 13, 16, 17, 18, and 19 millimeter, a 4 millimeter Allen, and for the wiring, a wire stripper, a crimper, and a heat gun. Park on level ground, set the parking brake, and lay down a fender mat to protect the paint. You'll be reaching across the grille a lot. This video assumes your factory bumper, tow hooks, air dam, and plastic cover panels are already removed, and your OE fog lights and parking sensors are disconnected. If they're not, pause and handle that first. First job, drop the factory grille for clearance. Pop the hood. On top of the grille support, you'll find 6 plastic retainers. Pull the center pin up on each, then lift the entire retainer assembly out. Then grab the bottom edge of the grille and pull it straight out toward you. The bottom clips will release. Lift the grille up and off and set it somewhere safe. It's going back on. The Halo Stubby ships partially assembled, and you're going to take some of it apart. Start by unbolting the winch close out panel from the top of the bumper. Set it and its hardware aside. You'll use both later. Next, unbolt the left and right bumper end caps, then both frame brackets. Set them aside. Then unbolt the running lights, the bumper end bases, and the frame cover brackets. Everything goes aside, every bolt saved. Now the structural work. Take the left and right frame brackets and mount them to the vehicle's frame using the supplied M8 nut plates and M8 hardware. Keep this loose for now, snug, not torqued. You'll come back and tighten everything together once the bumper's hung. Now's the right moment to install your winch before the bumper goes on the Jeep. You'll have full access to the winch tray and zero working around painted bodywork. Loosely mount your winch to the bumper's winch tray. Follow the instructions that came with your winch for the specific hardware and torque values. Leave it loose for now. Final tightening comes after the bumper is mounted to the Jeep. If you're not running a winch, skip to the next section. Same logic for lights. If you're adding a light bar or cubes, this is the time. Mount your lights to the supplied light bracket first. That's much easier on the bench than reaching up under the bumper later. Then loosely attach the light bracket to the bumper using M6 hardware. If you're skipping lights, skip this step. The bumper has the mounting points. You can always add them down the road. Here's where a second set of hands earns its keep. This bumper is heavy. Remove the M12 and M10 hardware from around the bumper's recovery hooks. Then lift the bumper up to the frame horns and swing the winch tray side tabs under the frame horns to align everything. Using the previously removed M12 hardware, mount the bumper to the vehicle. Snug only. Don't tighten anything down yet. Next, using the previously removed M10 hardware, fasten the frame brackets to the bumper. Loosely attach the winch tray to the frame as well. Now, and this is the part to get right, leave the M10 hardware at the winch tray tabs loose and tighten everything else, including your winch mounting bolts. The winch tray hardware comes off briefly in the next step. Remove the M10 hardware at the winch tray tab. The running lights tap into your OE headlight wiring on each side. Disconnect the battery first. Pass each running light's wires through its bumper end base and position them at the frame horns. The splice connections are vehicle-specific, pin locations, and wire colors are detailed in the install guide that came with your kit. Follow it step by step for both driver and passenger sides. Then reinstall the factory grille using the original plastic rivets. Using M6 hardware, loosely mount the bumper end bases and the running lights to the bumper. Make sure the end bases line up cleanly with the frame brackets behind them, then tighten down all M6 and M10 hardware at this stage. If you're running a winch, your winch handles the front face. If you're not, install the winch close-out panel now using the supplied M8 hardware. Reconnect the battery and close the hood. Walk around the Jeep. Check that every fastener is torqued, the running lights work with your DRLs and turn signals, and your winch and lights, if you installed them, function as expected. Hit those bolts again after the first 100 miles and your first off-road outing. Halo Stubby, you're ready.